Start the
Yes,
session,
Madhuri,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
let us start.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Amrik, people are joining, but
Okay.
Okay.
let us start.
Okay.
So I'm giving Madhuri the
Yes, ma'am.
introduction.
Please go ahead. Yes, yes. Please
Okay.
go ahead.
Good afternoon, all. Myself, Lakshmi Panigrahi, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, welcoming all of you to this webinar. And today's webinar title is Introduction to Salesforce. And our speaker is Mr. Amrik Das, Technical Lead, Mindtree, Bangalore. So I'm just giving a brief introduction to Amrik Das, our speaker. Mr. Amrik Das, a BTech pass out from CSE, ITER 2015 batch, joined Gansys from campus placements as a software engineer. Later, he moved to Deloitte as a business technology analyst and now working as a technical lead at Mindtree, leading a team of 12. Mr. Amrik Das is currently a permanent resident status holder in Canada and is an active mentor under the Salesforce mentorship program. Now I request to Mr. Amrik Das to continue this webinar.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening, all. So, firstly, ma'am has taught me web technologies, which was one of the crucial subjects that is still helpful to me. So, her saying Mr. Amrik Das so many times is weird for me. But yeah, I feel thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here. It's been a dream of mine to basically come back to ITR in some form. Initially, I thought, okay, I'll come by as an interviewer, but eventually this happened, and I've gotten this chance to take an official session with the Department of Computer Science. So I'll start it off about me for a while, and then I'll just tell you about why I'm doing this and how my journey has been post ITI. So yeah, as ma'am said, I'm a technical lead at Mindtree. I lead a team of 12 right now. I'm a 9x certified Salesforce professional, a certified Scrum Master, and a certified application architect. In search of on-site opportunities, I also did my whole processing of the permanent resident status in Canada. So that basically is all about what I'm doing right now. At this stage of my career, after 7 years of leaving ITR. Now, how the journey has been is basically, I'd like to say this. I want to. I know there might be people are who probably did not start well or are probably not at their best right now. And it's just I wanted to tell them that it all it all settles down. It all goes good at some point or the other. So just wanted to tell you about my journey, how my BTech started. My BTech started with me being a non-career. I did not have 60% to even sit for the companies like Infosys, Wipro, which you came first in the campus, and eventually I got into Gansys. That during the placement, my first year started with 9 IBACs, and I managed to clear them all in the summer heat of Bhubaneswar. I managed to clear them all. I scored 9 point in a few semesters and eventually ended with 8. The whole driving force around this was that I did like coding. It was a great decision for me to join CSE. I probably would not have done that well if I had been in any other department. I owe a lot to the Department of Computer Science at ITR and my teachers. I got married recently, and some of my teachers blessed me by coming to the function as well. So that's how close I have been with ITR since I left. Um, now, yeah, that is basically how my journey has been. And as I told you, because I was a non-career, I just got the first company I sat for, Gansys. That is where I started my journey of Salesforce and being in IT. Um, the journey was different than others. So I got into um, Gansys, and this is basically why I'm doing this session. So when I got into Gansys, they did a generic training and then they assigned me .NET as the technology that I was supposed to work for. So I knew that there is something called SAP, which is very famous, and people go to on-site if they are in SAP. Now, I had no clue what SAP is or what's inside, but I just knew that people go to on-site when they work on SAP. So that was that, and that is why I went to my manager and I told them that, hey, I am interested into joining SAP. I am not interested into doing .NET. Um, can you help me out here? So he said their SAP team is full and there is a Salesforce team and there's just 2-3 people there. Do you want to join? So I said, okay, fine. So I just joined. I saw the UI and everything. I saw the application and it was fascinating. And since then, I'm in love with Salesforce. I feel I am one of those very few people who will tell you that they love their job. I feel IT is glamorous and it's fun to work here. So now the purpose of why I'm doing this session with students is basically there is a gap. There is a gap with what we know during college. Obviously, all our basics are covered with respect to Java, SQL, SQL, web technologies, software development lifecycle. All our bases are covered, but we actually do not have an idea of what happens in the industry. So yeah, I mean, yes, people do work on Java and Oracle, SQL and C in IT industry, but that's a very small part of it. There are a lot of other technologies that people work on, and we have no clue about it at the stage of when we are in college. So that is the reason why I thought to interact with college graduates or about to be graduates about this side of Salesforce. So as I told, when I got into Salesforce, I had no clue what Salesforce is, or I had no clue what SAP is. I just thought that whatever is sending me to on-site, I'll just take that, and that is why I joined. But actually, there is a lot. There are a lot of other technologies that are available in the market, which are very hot in terms of customers or clients want to use that technology, and obviously, if client wants to use that technology, they want developers, and that is why the market is huge. So I mean that is where I could just give a brief intro about what I want to do with this session, where I come from, and what I do right now. Up next, I want to cover a few points before I move ahead with my session. So these are some terms that I might be using throughout the session, and I don't want to, miss out on certain aspects, or I don't want a communication gap between you and me. So I'll just clear these doubts. Okay. So object is basically what you call table in a database is called object in Salesforce. It contains a set of records or set of data. Okay, records are the data. We in Salesforce we call it as records. Field, what in database is a column, here it's called field. So objects, records, and fields. Okay, I'll just explain that to you with a simple example, simple database example. So when we talk about database, so this is on the right hand side. You see a very normal, when you start off with DBMS, this is a very normal table that you see, right? Student data, and it has name, registration number, email. So what in case of uh, DBMS is called table. Let me this sorry. Yeah. So what in case of DBMS is called table, here it is called as object. Okay. So now this whole table in Salesforce is called as object. What we call as columns, the name column, registration number column, email column, in Salesforce it's called fields, and whatever the data that we have, right, this in Salesforce is called records. So that is just some clarification. In the session I might use these words, and I don't want you to be confused. So object is the table, database table, fields are the column, and records are data. Okay. Now, two more keywords that I want to clear out here are standard and custom. So I might use the word called standard features and custom features. So standard features are features that Salesforce provides out of the box, or any application as such. So if you buy a new phone, it has a calculator app. So that's a standard app that's already there. There's always a phone app that that OnePlus or Motorola or Nokia, whoever is providing. There's a phone app already there. So that is a standard app which you cannot remove. It's a standard out of the box feature of the application. Okay, so standard is something that the software is providing to you themselves. Okay, now what is custom? Custom is when you are adding something yourself, when you are building something yourself. Now custom can be true color. So in terms of the phone, right? So the phone app on your phone is actually a standard feature that the phone provides. Let it be OnePlus. Now you can add true color to it, and that will be a custom feature. So anything that the application does not provide themselves and you are additionally building it, that is called as a custom feature. Otherwise, it's called standard. So this is basically these are the few terms that I want to start with, and then yeah, we'll go ahead. A bit of a history lesson here with respect to how we come here. Okay, right now, in the market, cloud is something that is very important, and cloud is something it's not important, it's in. Yeah, there was a point when people were saying that cloud is the next thing to come in. No, we are already in the era of cloud, and that is very important, and that has changed everything around us. In day-to-day activities, it has changed. Okay, so a bit of a history lesson to how we got here. So we started our journey with huge computers that were only these mainframe computers, huge computers that were only present with big multinational companies for their processing, and obviously common man never had access to that. As we got forward, as technology evolved, we got into the era of desktop applications, and where personal computers were a household thing. Everyone started having a house. It was in labs, it was in cafes, it was in restaurants. So desktop applications, desktop computers became a new addition as the technological revolution happened. During that era, companies like Microsoft, Oracle, SAP, they started to boom. Now, what are these companies? These companies were, organizations which made on-premise applications. They made software for your computer. They made software for your PCs sitting at home. Now, good example that we'll take forward from here on is Microsoft. So Microsoft created this MS Word, MS Excel, and all that, right? So these applications at that point, even now, are called on-premise applications. There's a difference between on-premise applications and something called as on-demand applications. On-demand applications come with cloud. On-premise applications come with the old technology of personal computers when we used to do maybe 10 years back. So let's take Microsoft Doc. Okay, let's say I have a desktop and I created a project on Microsoft Doc. I just wrote something and I saved it. So now that is in my system. Until I'm connected to the internet, until I'm sending it to someone via email or something, it is in my system. Nobody else can access it, right? So that is why it is called on-premise software, because it is on the premises. It is on your desktop. It is not everywhere else. Okay. So now with technological advancement over the last 20 years or 25 years, we moved into cloud. Now, what is cloud? Cloud is not like, it's not like it's nowhere. It's obviously there is some server somewhere in the world which you are accessing, to get some data, to get some services. So that was the era of cloud that came in, when the idea was that there is a server somewhere, and only when we need it we will access it, and that is how it was called on demand. Okay, on demand we will hit that server, we will access that data, and that is how the era of cloud. And then companies that worked on cloud started to grow, companies like AWS, Azure, and also Salesforce. So Salesforce started with this same base model that it will be the first software, CRM software that is on cloud. I'll go to what CRM and everything is. So I hope you understood what the difference is between on-premise and on-demand. So yeah, continuing the example of Microsoft here. So previously you had Microsoft Word in your, uh, in your desktop or your laptop, and whatever you did was in your laptop until you actually connected to the internet and sent to anyone or via pen drive or whatever. But now Microsoft Word, Microsoft Teams, everything is available online. Everything is available through Chrome. When you can go there, you can create a document there and just share the link anywhere you want, right? So that, my friend, is the on demand application of Microsoft Word. So we have two aspects here. There's the desktop app, which is the on premise, and then there's the online app, which is the on demand app, where you only access when you only hit, and then only you access when you demand it. Otherwise you do not get it on your host system. Now let's say you want to collaborate with four people, you want that document and you want four different people to update it on their laptops. It is not possible on a desktop app, right? So that is where cloud takes the advantage, takes the next step, takes us to the next step in terms of technology. Now I used a term in the previous slide which I would like to explain here. Just refer to my notes as well here. Yeah. Right. So what is CRM? CRM, just to tell you about what it defines, is called customer relationship management. Now, it's just, how you divide softwares into different categories. Like, people divide softwares in terms of technology that has been used. There are Java-based there are Java-based softwares. There are PHP-based softwares. There are COBOL-based softwares. Whatever there is. Similarly, there is another categorization to softwares on the basis of how they are used or who it is intended for. Let's say I am building a software for the HR team. So it is called a HR management software. Okay, so I'm building a software for customers. That is how it's a customer relationship management software. So there are different categorizations of software. One of the categorizations is on the basis of who and why are we going to use that software, and that is where CRM comes from. So CRM is the whole term of CRM is that customer relationship management. The abbreviation is customer relationship management, full form, is a technology for managing all your company's relationships and interactions with customers and potential customers. So CRM softwares, any CRM software in the world is meant for this purpose only. Okay, there are various, as I told you, there is HR management, there is material management software. There are different types of softwares. Similarly, CRM is one. And what is that? It is used to manage your company's relationships and interactions with your customers and your potential customers. So what are the three stages of? So one is marketing. What are the three stages where a company is actually interacting with a customer? One, when they are marketing their product. One, when they are actually selling the product, and then lastly, when they are actually providing service to a product. Now, a good example of to understand a CRM software is, I'll just focus on the service side here. So CRM software, when you call Amazon, right? Uh, Automatically based on your number, they get the details on their system, and they can see what was your last order, what grievance did you have, maybe you were expecting a refund, what is the status of the refund. All of that data is automatically coming just by a single call. So how are they identifying that? They're identifying that based on your phone number. They have a CRM software on their end. Automatically your details are popping up, which has everything, and that is how they're providing you service. So in a way, it is basically enhancing the relationship that you are having with Amazon. Basically, how, if I am expecting a refund, and every time I call them, I tell them, this was the issue, this is what I needed. Again, 10 times if I do that, it is frustrating for me, and next time I might not choose Amazon. So in order to make this communication seamless and effortless and efficient, we need software, and that is where CRM softwares come. Any point of contact between the company and the customer can be if made efficient and effective using a CRM software. Okay, I'll give you another example in terms of how we are dividing marketing, sales, and service, right? These three processes. Let's say I created a new laptop. I built a new laptop, and it's a huge, like it's a really nice gaming laptop, and I want to sell it. So obviously, the first thing I do is there probably, I don't know, I can see, but there are probably 50 people on this call. So tell these 50 people that, see, this is my laptop. I send them emails, I send them SMSs. On their Facebook post, I send them posts saying that, hey, see, this is my new laptop. These are the features, and are you interested, etc., etc. So that is a marketing phase. Okay, sales phase, where actually out of those 50, 10 people are actually coming to me and saying that, you know what, I'm interested, and give me some quotations, give me some details. So I do that analysis. I do build some quotations that, okay, this laptop with this accessory, I'll give you this much discount, and this is the this is the final price. Are you interested? So maybe they're interested, then it converts to an order. So that is the whole sales cycle. When 10 people are coming to me, I give them a quotation, and then they are getting converted into my customers. Actually, until then, they are not my customers. Now let's say out of those 10 people, 2 people actually buy my product. Now I'm providing them service. In terms of service, I mean, if anything happens to the laptop, they will obviously have a customer care number, or they will have a customer care email, or they can initiate a live chat on the website. So these things come under service, and that is when they'll reach out to me, and I'll handle their grievances with whatever issue they have. All of this process, starting from marketing, sales, service, all of this is handled through CRM softwares. One single software handling it. Very a few popular CRM applications in the market are SAP CRM. I told about SAP earlier. SAP is this huge company worldwide, and they have a CRM software as well. Then there is Salesforce, and their Oracle has their own CRM software as well. So each of these companies, you understand, have these CRM division softwares which are specific for this purpose. Now, what is Salesforce? The reason why we began this session, right? So please let me know if I'm fast, because I'm just I feel 1 hour is a bit less to cover everything, so I'm being a bit fast here. I am okay to take any questions in between if needed. So what is, I heard a beep. Okay. Okay. Are the quotations decided by the CRM using machine learning techniques? It can be both. That is the beauty of Salesforce and CRM technologies, that they're evolving. They're dependent on AI. Mostly, organizations do focus on these their own sales executives to build the quotations, but then AI can also build the quotations. Agents can do the last minute changes, and then we have approval processes and everything as well, where the managers can approve and or do all that. So yes, AI can be integrated here as well to build these quotations. Okay, now what is Salesforce? So Salesforce, we covered these points in chunks. So Salesforce is a cloud-based SaaS CRM application. So I already told you, Salesforce is cloud-based, so it is not on anyone's laptop. You don't need to install it. You just need to go to Chrome or Firefox and just put a URL. That's it. That is how you will access Salesforce. It's SaaS. It's a software as a service. If you have understood different types of cloud frameworks, you'll know SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. So basically, this is a SaaS application, and next it's a CRM application. It is focused completely on the CRM aspect, where companies build better communication with the customers. Uh, it is a cloud-based SaaS application, CRM application, that facilitates businesses to effectively and efficiently manage relationships with their customers, as I told you, which is the basically core of CRM softwares, using a range of out-of-the-box products like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Marketing Cloud. If you notice, these are the three features. These were the three major processes that are involved into in a CRM process. Salesforce has products for all of that. Salesforce has out of the box products. When I say out of the box, they have everything set. These account management, lead management, marketing, the bunch of features. uh, I told you during marketing we send out emails, we send out SMSs, we send out social media posts to our customers so that they know about our product. All of that can be handled using marketing cloud. Okay. Sales, I told you about how you are storing the account data, the lead data. Lead are basically potential customers, accounts are people, people who are already your customers. So any details related to that, what are they interested in? If they bought, maybe they bought a phone a year back and now their warranty is expiring, so you have all that detail there, and you want to propose them for a renew of warranty, additional warranty. So all those things can be managed in the Sales Cloud, and all of this is AI driven as well, as Madhur ma'am pointed out. She asked, so all of this can be AI driven. Salesforce itself can tell you, you know what, this account 1 year is ending, and there's a good chance that he'll take warranty because during the warranty period he has done three cash-ins, and so you just propose to him. So Salesforce will tell the agent that this might be a potential customer, you talk to them. Okay, so all of that can be managed on the Sales Cloud front, and then we have Service Cloud. Service Cloud is, I told you, when there's a grievance, I want to contact somebody. There's an email, right? Do you think there's someone sitting behind that email, opening Gmail and taking those emails? No. Any email to those addresses like support@amazon.com or something, everything goes to a CRM application, and it comes on the CRM application as records. When I told you about records earlier, data, it comes as data and they can see. I'll show you how that looks like. So yeah, so it's the emails, the live chat. When on the website there's a live chat option, and you click on it, you can live chat with an agent. All of that is possible in Salesforce as well. On the Salesforce side, someone would be sitting, getting your chats, and they'll be chatting with you, and they'll be getting help articles on the side based on your chat. If you say that I'm having access with my laptop, automatically some articles will come there for the agent to refer and to send to you or to help you. Likewise, a lot of features around Service Cloud. So coming back to a definition, using a range of out-of-the-box products, features, and most importantly, this is not all. Most importantly, the ability to build custom features on the same platform on which Salesforce itself is hosted. So I told you about standard and custom. Now, custom part is where developers like us come into the picture. Okay, where engineers come into picture. If basically Salesforce is providing everything, then what is the need of developers? That is where we come to the picture. Like a particular if you get a quote out of the rack, it is not necessary it will fit all. Some people do alterations, and most organizations in the world will do alterations with what Salesforce provide. They will take what Salesforce does and they will expand based on their own processes. If suppose some random company, they want that, okay, on the account page I want a small calculator on the on the right hand side, so that immediately I can calculate and tell give an amount. We will build that. Okay, obviously this is a very small example, but then we will build that. That is where developers come to the picture. So that is the key part of Salesforce, where Salesforce itself is providing a bunch of features, and then it gives us that platform where developers can build more features for the customer. And this platform that I was referring to is called force.com. So Salesforce is a product, is a SaaS product, is a software that is created by Salesforce on the force.com platform. And then we too can add our own softwares and features and tweaks to make the process better for these companies. Moving on, so this basically will give you a good idea of how the architecture and ecosystem looks like. So this whole blue area that you see, this is the cloud. This is the Salesforce or the force.com cloud, where Salesforce is built, where your features are built, and everything is there. Okay, so it's a cloud where all development happens. Okay, this is the complete CRM. So now, these are various products that Salesforce has: sales, service. I gave you few, some idea about what kind of features sales provides, what kind of feature service provides, what kind of feature marketing provides. Uh, Community is basically a feature where you can host websites on Salesforce as well, where your customers can actually come and raise queries. They can do this live chat features, all that on your website, and you can do it on general websites as well. So community does that. Analytics is something very, very, very important for businesses. Analytics means reporting. So they have the data, they have all the data that, okay, these many customers bought OnePlus 70. So the 3 years are passed by. We want to push the ad of OnePlus 8 to them, because they've held the phone for long enough. We want to push them a new phone. So how will they get that data? All of that is handled inside Salesforce as well. So these are the range of products that Salesforce provides. Other than that, this layer that you see here is where developers like us come to the picture, where we build automations, where we build custom solutions for them based on the need of the customer. And then there is also another layer called as App Exchange. What is App Exchange? App Exchange is basically like the Google Play Store for Salesforce. Like on your phone, you can install a bunch of applications and use it, extend the use of your phone. Likewise, there are a bunch of applications that that Salesforce provides as well. I'll just quickly show that to you. I see we are short of time. So yeah, I just told you earlier that about the different CRM markets here. Salesforce is currently leading the market capitalization in since the last few years. If you see how it has grown above all technologies, and the only reason it did so is there because it started on cloud. And other major multinationals like SAP, Microsoft, they were late. They were on the on-premise applications, and as soon as by the time they came to Salesforce, it was slightly late, and by the time they came to cloud. Now I'll just quickly show you that App Exchange that I was talking about. Yeah. So other than what Salesforce provides as its features, other than what you as a developer can do, there is so much that is ready-made, that is already there, which you can just go and install. Some are free, some are paid, but then based on your company's demand, if your client is saying, I need this feature, I need a better feature for data load, so I can just install dataloader.io. Okay, it has ratings just like how you have Google Play Store. Okay. This I wanted to cover this. So this application, this App Exchange app was built by my first company, Gansys, and this has actually been built by ITER student, 2017 pass out from IT. She built it, and imagine this is generating a revenue of $4,000 for the company for each install. Okay, so that's how what's possible in the ecosystem. This was basically App Exchange. Now I'll just come to the most important part of this slide. What Salesforce has for you as students? How will Salesforce help you? Now, first, in terms of learning. So you're learning a new technology here, a technology that will help you boost your knowledge in the in the industry, in your code knowledge and everything. How it will help you? Let's I'll be very practical here. I know that you might be joining a lot of sessions, but how learning Salesforce can help you? You can create, you create your major and minor projects on Java or PHP and all that, right? You can create your major and minor projects here on Salesforce as well if you learn it. A lot of things can be done. Basically, this 2017 batch that I referred earlier from Salesforce, they actually they were doing an internship with Gansys, and they built certain applications during their internship, and they learned from that and built their major and minor projects on Salesforce itself. So that is a good way. So this opens up new areas. It opens up new areas in a very hot technology, which is great in the market right now. So obviously learning is one aspect there. The next part is exposure. As I told you, this is one of the hottest technologies in the world right now. The demand is really good, the pay structure is really good, and it gives you more exposure to what actually happens in the industry. These terms like CRM, these terms like Salesforce Cloud, you know, I feel till your college you are at a very base level. You obviously need to get your bases clear, but then once you get to the industry you need to think in terms of business. That is the exposure that you'll get if you choose to learn Salesforce. Lastly, opportunity. I'll show you a page which basically shows the kind of opportunities that are there in the market right now. As much as I know, any I know, it's important for students about how much money they are earning. Just everyone wants to earn a lot with what they do. Salesforce right now has one of the best, year to salary conversions in the market. Right now, basically, there was a huge boost in the IT industry in the last 8 9 months. Right now, I know people uh, who are 5 years experienced who have offers of 35 lakhs. Okay, 5 years experience. There are people who with 9 or 10 years experience are earning 50 lakhs. And so these are people from my own project who have recently left. Okay, so this is the kind of money that is being showered upon Salesforce developers, architects right now in the market. So I'll just give you an brief of. I'll just show you how that is. So if you see right now, in the past week in Bengaluru, in just selective companies, I just selected the main companies that you might be aware of. Just in this much time, there are 210 results, 210 new vacancies that have been posted by companies like Nasdaq, JP Morgan, Wipro, Deloitte, TCS. Okay, if I just reset this, just in the past 1 week, only in Bengaluru, 885 job requirements have been posted. And it is not that each job requirement is for one developer, it's from multiple. Every company is searching for Salesforce developers, and they are willing to pay as much as possible. So I'll just give you some brief, some official data here. So if you see, these are 2019 data pre-COVID. With COVID, the IT, this recent change happened where salaries have boosted up. But just look at these details. 4.2 million jobs will be created in the Salesforce ecosystem by 2024. Asia Pacific, this much, and obviously Asia Pacific is huge. If you see, it was the third most in demand technology skill in 2018. It is still one of the hottest technologies in the world right now. Around 5 lakh jobs per year, and the career growth is exponential. So I'll just go to these. These are global data. Obviously, you do not get in the conversion rate of dollars in India, but I give you an idea of how people get, what kind of package people are getting in India. Like 5 to 7 year people are getting 30 to 35 lakhs of salary. If you see, a Salesforce developer average salary in the US is 108K. So that is almost near 90 lakhs or more. Okay. So that kind of money is involved in the market right now, because that is the demand of the skill in the industry. So that is, and now, that is in the industry. Obviously, it doesn't matter. No one is going to give you 30 lakhs from day one. How is it important for you? If you have Salesforce on your resume, I bet you someone will look twice. Okay, because each and every company is looking for Salesforce developers. So if you're already telling them as a fresher on your interviews that, hey, I know Salesforce, so that gives you an edge. Definitely gives you an edge, and I can bet on that. So that is why I am doing this, because I want people to take that additional step before they do their placements, or before they enter the market. Let them have that additional edge in order to enter the market. And how can you learn? It is very easy. Trailhead at .salesforce.com, all free. You can get a developer edition for free. Okay, you can just Google search how do I create a developer edition in Salesforce. You'll get a developer edition for free, no restrictions. There are some data restrictions and all that. Obviously, you cannot you do add a lot of data, but everything that I do for my customers using a paid version, you can do the same exact thing for free. You can play around in that developer edition for free. Second thing, trailhead at the rate salesforce.com. I'll go from the slide to show you what that looks like. So this is my Trailhead account. So basically, it's a gamified, portal where you can learn everything from integration, Apex basics, lot of things. Whatever Salesforce provides, everyone can learn from here. This is like the Bible for us. Even I continue learning here. Forget me, my managers, architects, very high level people, even they continue to learn from here. And likewise, their Salesforce has made it very easy for everyone to learn anything here. You can just go to trailhead.salesforce.com, go to trails. You can just select like what makes sense to you. So basically freshers, right? So you guys are beginners, and let's say you want to become a developer. Okay, so you just click on this and you get a bunch of trails that are designed just for you. Okay, so you can actually pull these up and you can learn like how you can step by step, on a step by step basis, you can learn how Salesforce is done, how to code in Salesforce, what are accounts, what is CRM, everything, whatever I told you in much depth. So I'll post out some these as well, some links to you, or I'll just send out an email. Anyone who's interested can probably take it from Madhuri ma'am or Lakshmi ma'am. I'll post out the important links that are necessary. So you can basically learn anything here from scratch and just look at how it is teaching you. It is like taking in questions, it is giving answers, it is giving you step by step ways how you can configure something. Okay, click this, select that, click this, click on save, and then at the end it has quizzes so that you understood. And if you basically cleared this whole module, you get batches and points. So it's a very interactive gaming, very friendly. It's not like too technical that no one can understand. It gives you examples like, okay, this company did this and how do we do this. So it is very nice. It's a really nice platform, and all of this is free. No one will charge you a rupee for this. Salesforce is providing all of this for free, which you can use. And if in case you need any help, there is something called the Trailblazer community, where you can go and ask your questions. People are there to answer your answer your questions. So if you see this person Divakar Singh, he has answered 2000 questions so far. So people are always there to answer your questions. You can ask the silliest of questions, you can ask big questions. So even we, when we face project issues, we are not getting the solution anywhere, we just post a question here, or someone or the other will come back and answer you. So that is basically the magic of Salesforce. People are very much involved in the community. They want to, they are just not focused on their projects. They want to go out and they want to help other people, and Salesforce incentivize that incentivizes that as well. In that platform, if you see, this person, right, Divakar Singh. So if you go and you post your question, this guy is answering. He's from Uttar Pradesh, and he gets points. He look at the number of batches and points he has earned. So yeah, he has answered 6,000 questions so far, out of which 600 have been chosen as the best answers. So yeah, the community, the learning platform is very smooth. Any doubts, anyone will be there to help you out, and opportunities are exponential. So that is why, that was the only reason why I wanted you guys to know this before you leave college, so that you have some understanding of how clients actually work, how we actually do our work when we join IT companies, how businesses think, what kind of applications they use, and obviously, as I told you, the the technology is really hot right now. It's very in demand, and uh, learning this gives you an edge in opportunities. So that's all. I'm very sorry if I was like I spoke too quickly. I would just I think I'll just take few more minutes just to show you what it looks like and what the code looks like. I really wish I had more time. So this is basically Salesforce. Okay. Um, this is what Salesforce looks like. It's not like those old softwares which are very black and these text comes in white. So automatically reports are generated. AI handles a lot of things by their own. This is what a account looks like. Okay, you can create tasks for yourself. If you have basically, you can make outgoing calls for you, calls from Salesforce. You can send out emails from Salesforce. An agent can basically send out an email with whatever subject, whatever data, all of this data. You can just connect the account to their Twitter account, and automatically emails will appear as well. So a lot of things are possible, lot of things, that endless things are possible on Salesforce. And so as I told you, we can devise our own components as well. And this is an example of how the code looks like. I'll not wish you to actually read very closely here. Just look at how the code looks like, right? Div, label, class. So these are normal things that you know from BTech. Okay, this is normal HTML. Class equal to this. This is CSS. Okay, this is it's not rocket science. Obviously, there are some tags that are new that Salesforce provides themselves to make things easier for you. It has predefined stuff that makes things easier, but this is how it looks like. It's pretty simple. The front end looks completely like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, anything you can use in the front end. Here we have the client side backend, which is pure JavaScript. Everyone has learned JavaScript in BTech. So this is just JavaScript, nothing else. Pretty easy stuff. Set params and all that. And the backend where you're actually hitting the server and getting some data and information. It is the combination of Java and Apex. So if I just summarize the development aspect of it, what languages do you need to start learning Salesforce? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Java, and SQL. All of these things you have learned in BTech. So you have the perfect base to start your career, to start your knowledge in Salesforce. You can, I'm not saying give it a lot of time, just give it a thought, explore it, explore what's possible. Just watch some videos here and there, check out Trailhead, build some applications, see how easy and fun it is. And all and if you've noticed, this is Chrome. This is Chrome that I'm using. So I don't we don't develop. I mean, we can develop on VS Code and Eclipse and all that. But if you see, my development platform is on Chrome. This is a URL and this is just Chrome. So it's this easy. You can go to a cyber cafe and start developing in Salesforce. So that's how easy it is. Okay. So I know we're very short of time. I'll keep these 10 minutes for any questions that anyone is having. But this was basically, I tried to cover everything that I wanted to in this session. So any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments and I can answer. So Madhu ma'am, you have written Amazon uses Salesforce for customer service as Salesforce has the best CRM, but with time AWS may take over as it is good market. Obviously, I mean, because AWS is their own platform, they might want to build their own CRM platform and actually use it.
Amrik, I have a
Yeah.
question. How to go to the trailhead that you have shown?
Yes. Let me just share again. The
Like
links are
suppose we are
very
going to the
simple. Yes.
Salesforce.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
You just open Chrome. You just open Chrome. You just type in the link trailhead.salesforce.com, or on Google also you
But
can
I
just
think there is some registration required, na?
yeah, that's just minimal registration of your email ID and you can get in. That's all. So obviously
Okay.
registration is required, but some minimal registration. That's all. If you just search for Salesforce Trailhead on Google also, you'll get that. And Salesforce Developer Edition org also, you can get that. you, all these details you can get. No, there's no problem at all. There, it will step by step. It will help you regarding how you can basically create a developer edition for yourself. All documentation, everything is available. So if you see, sign up for a developer edition. It's all free. In your browser, go to this registration link, fill in the details, and then on your email you'll get your details. It's pretty easy. Everything is just like opening a normal Facebook account. It's not difficult. It's as easy as that.
The link probably is not working now. I'm trying. It's maybe for us it's not
Thank
going
you,
through.
Amrik, for such a nice
Yeah.
presentation. And I think there are lots of job opportunities are there in this Salesforce domain. And
Yes.
the best thing is you love your job. That is the main thing. And
Yeah.
there are so many information you've given, okay, about
Yeah.
Salesforce.
I'm
So
open to
if
any
from the
questions.
audience,
Yeah.
if some queries, so you are welcome. Please
Yeah.
ask.
I see some BTech students here. Anybody has any question? Rahul Dora, Julius.
It's okay. You can just explore these things on your own, and you can reach out to me on LinkedIn as well. I'm always open to that. If you are not sure of what to ask, or if you want to explore a bit more.
You will share the presentation with us, Amrik, and
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
we would need those. Some students are joining now, so we would also need the information about the links that you were talking about, because students
Yes.
follow up with us. Since it's in YouTube, people watch and then they write mails, and if we have a write up
Yeah.
and the links and all, it helps.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I have that ready. Like what is CRM, what is Salesforce. I have like links ready, which they can check on their own. These developer edition links and everything also I'll provide. No problem.
At this point of time, the way placements and all everything happens, there's an internship based model, and most of them are like into development, Java, Spring
Yes.
Boot, and all. So Salesforce is something very unheard. I'm sure people are like thinking, should we explore, or like what is this? I mean, I think it's going to be a little. You have given us a very different perspective as a
Yeah.
fresher how to start, and this was so
Yeah.
meaningful. Actually, I was just exploring, and I was, as you said, so many jobs, and very informative.
Yeah. And it's not just CRM, right? It is also focusing on IoT. It is also focusing on artificial intelligence. Those technologies that are going around. Salesforce evolves itself. Every
How
4 months,
how
it
is
has new
IoT
updates.
related?
We have something called as Salesforce Thunder, where they are actually integrating IoT with Salesforce as well. They are adding features which are IoT based.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saw this. Can you go on mute, ma'am? Yeah. So I saw this case study that they did with Coca-Cola. They did this implementation there. So as soon as the Coca-Cola, the number of in the fridge, the number of bottles is over, they are building the smart fridge. As soon as this is over, automatically a new order is placed, and the vendor will get the new lot. So they are trying to evolve as much as possible through IoT, through artificial intelligence as much as possible, and any technology that comes across, Salesforce is touching there. That is the best part in why they're actually ahead in the market. They are ever growing. Every 4 months they evolve into new features, and that is why it's so competitive and it's so in demand.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I think we're good. I don't see any questions on here, or did I?
No, no, no. I think I will go ahead and give the vote of thanks, which
Yeah.
is like a formal thing we have to do. So, on behalf of the
Yeah, otherwise it's not
department,
needed.
so let me do it. So, on behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, ITER, SOA deemed to be university, I would like to thank you, Amrik, for taking out the time and really out of these 45 lectures, those who are going to listen to you, especially those who are graduating, it makes a lot of sense. You have taught us, you have explained us, you have explored along. We have explored along with you where the jobs are lying, which it's very meaningful. Thank you so much for your time, patience, and the way you have built your presentation. You took us through different forums and all. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank Lakshmi Shri ma'am for thinking about Amrik and getting us such a nice speaker. When you were at when you were at ITR, you were always wonderful, amazing. And you said, I remember my CGPA was less, and I remember that a scene where you were struggling and you were telling us, I can't sit for placements. And look at you today. I'm so glad and happy that you're doing so good, and you're just loving your job. Thank you for being so enthusiastic and making this session. You just induced that enthusiasm here. And again, I would like to thank the participants for taking out their time and joining. The Google Meet link was for the session, but we also have a YouTube link, and you can follow up. Any queries, if you have, you can write to us, and we'll see that you are connected to Amrik, who's also available at LinkedIn. I would like to thank the organizing team, which includes Sarda sir, Bharat Jyoti sir, and Divya Sundar sir. I would like to thank our HOD ma'am for conceiving the whole program and making us being with us and bringing us to the 45th edition. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Good evening.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.